Hi, Mary. It's a great pleasure to have you in our community.
Thank you very much, Edward. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
My first question is, can you share a little bit more about your background and what is your story?
So my story is I'm a mother of three. I am a qualified midwife. And when I was working in the healthcare profession, I still work in there, but I'm in a more senior role at the moment. I found it very difficult to manage my time. Mother of three, trying to get the energy, trying to shift the postpartum weight a year after having my three kids. I felt really, really low at some point, and I thought, what could I do to uplift myself so that I will be a role model to my kids as well? Because remember that we are in an environment that we're bringing the kids up, so you want them to see the same thing that you're going through so that they will learn from it. So I decided to roll up with a reputable course, self-mastery course or self-discovery. I had to identify and acknowledge where I was at that time and basically get my mindset changed to get the energy on board and be able to fulfill or put the things that I wanted in my life to manifest so that people will actually see me and do that at the same time. So after that, after the self-mastery program, as I said before, I was able to get my mindset into a better place so that I will be able to learn and coach women at the same time, because I knew that I had the experience. I'm a living proof, so I will be able to provide the support and knowledge for women to go through the same process that I've taken, or the same journey that I've taken.
So can you share, have you had the role model at the time when you start to be wellness coach, or how was that journey at the time when you made the decision that you want to do this as a business?
Mm-hmm. So I always look at my mom, because my mom used to work a lot, six kids and the fifth born. So she used to juggle a lot of roles, being a seamstress. She will bake. She will be a full-time mother, would go out and work with the government as well. And throughout my younger years, I kept on looking at her. She was someone that's a strong and matured woman to look after 6 kids without a husband, because my dad passed away at an early age. And for me, I sat back and I thought, she's doing everything that she can, but how can I turn that around when I grow up? So when I grew up, I started, education, leaving home at a very, very young age, living in a hostel. But I thought to myself, there is a stigma for younger girls that leave home early and living in a hostel. Like, they will come out, teenage pregnancy, no grades, they will be doing things that are not positive to the community. Mm-hmm. But I decided that I'm not going to be one of the statistics. So I will study, I will get the good grades, go to university, and prove to the people, my community, my parents, my family, that I can actually leave them early at a young age and be someone that someone will look up to. So I looked at my mom, and then after all this, I had it at the back of my mind that I wanted to do something that would be able to have time with my children and at the same time have money coming in, different streams of income, that I wouldn't have to go out all the time to work and not have that relationship with my children. So that is where I started from. But I knew that I had to work on myself so that I will be able to provide that support for women that are in the same place, that find themselves in the same place, so that I'll be able to be of support to them.
So obviously now you are you have your business, you are a mom of 3. So what wakes up you in the morning? What is your passion today? And for the people who are working with you, what kind of transformation you are helping them to achieve?
So what I do is everything, it's based on individual basis, because we need to identify that even though we're all mothers, we're still individuals. So what I do with moms is that I do group coaching or one-to-one coaching. In the group coaching, there would be programs that they will have to follow. So I tend to, as soon as I wake up, I do my manifestation. So use the essential oils, taking deep breaths in, because I need to psychologically prepare my mindset for the day. So I try to get my body and my mind in the right frame of mind so that I will be able to work. So that's the same thing that I teach them. So it's not something that's really strict or rigid. But what I tell women is just get your essential oils, whichever one that you want, lavender, peppermint, anything that would, de-stress you, get your mindset into a better frame of mind so that you prepare for the day. You've already made up your list of what you're going to be doing. So you specifically know what you're going to be doing the day, not be like a leaf, the wind just blows you here and there and you're all over the place. No, because when you have children, you need to do things that they will be able to look at and then learn as well. You have to practice what you preach. So once you've done that, you've done your list, it's about what you put inside your body as well. Because remember, anything that you put inside your body should be of benefit to the cells in your body. Remind yourself to drink water. So you need to understand that diet as well, or nutrition, is also something that you need to take on board, making sure that you're filling your body with the required nutrients and vitamins so that you'll be able to function during the day. Taking regular naps, walking away from the work that you're doing, taking a me time, letting the kids know I need to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes break away, listening to any motivational music, taking a walk. I know that where I am now, there is lockdown, and you have to just be essential travels. But I always say, just go down the stairs. Whilst you're going down the stairs, you speak in positive things to yourself. Just step out from your front door, the front garden, just pace about, fresh air, deep breaths in, out, you come back in. You don't need to think of when we've lifted the lockdown, that is when I'm going to go do this, but we need to start small. And these are the things that you need to do. Once you start really small steps, it builds up. You cannot just start and literally try to aim to the end, because that's when you're going to break down, or you're going to burn out, and that's not what we want. Once you're doing that with your diet, remember that it's mindset as well. Diet is also mindset. So you need to know what you're going to be having. And everything that you're having, I include the family in as well, the kids in, because you don't want to be just by yourself on a journey, because I talk about self-care, self-love. But when it comes to diet, you need to bring the kids on board as well, because you want to be able to cook the same food that everyone will enjoy in the family, rather than cooking different sort of foods, which will take you back, spending too much time in the kitchen and not spending that much time with the kids as well. So these are some of the things that I tell the women that I coach to do. And I take it through them step by step. And as I've said, it could be on one-to-one basis or through group. And group is something that's really good, because there's accountability there as well. People are seeing what others are doing, and it motivates them to get going. Even if today you're unable to do one thing because something major or there's an emergency in your life, you know that it's not the end of it. It didn't happen today, but there's always tomorrow. You have to pick yourself up and get going. Wherever you are, we support you. If it's one-to-one coaching, I'm still there as a supporting mechanism, because I identify that some women prefer to have the one-to-one intimate sessions with me. So that's what I do. So it depends on what that specific woman wants.
Mary, thank you so much. And you mentioned a few times groups. So can you share how women can find you, moms can find you, and maybe if you can share the group name, what they have to do to join the community, so how that works.
So I have a Facebook group called Healthy and Fulfilling Lifestyle by Mary D. Mm-hmm. So there we share tips on living our best lives. We share tips on wellness. We share tips on restoring our bodies to our former weight. And then also we share tips on energy as well. Yes, so they can find a group on Facebook by typing in the Healthy and Fulfilling Lifestyle by Mary D. And there are a series of questions that they have to answer. And I will go through it, and then I'll accept.
Yes. How this pandemic impact your life, your family, and how you manage to keep yourself healthy, and now you're also helping your group of moms to do the same?
So how I keep myself healthy is lockdown, staying at home or staying in one environment for quite a long time. It's not healthy at all to your mindset anyway. So what I do is the same things I'll do. I play music on like loud, and then you find me jumping around and being, playful with the kids, just to release that tension. stepping out and having some walks, doing, deep breaths in. Sometimes I have my warm bath. And if they know that it's mommy's time, they don't disturb. Warm bath with some peppermint oils, scented candles, and then focusing or concentrating and meditating at the same time. Thinking of the positive things that are happening in life, being grateful, being grateful for my Wi-Fi, because if I don't have any electricity or Wi-Fi, I won't be able to do the virtual sessions that I do with the women, because now we can do face-to-face. Just lying in a bath, warm bath, and then taking it all in and being grateful for what I have now. And it's just being grateful for what you have, your family, the women that you support and you seeing the results, being grateful for the air, the fresh breath of air, being grateful for the water that we have. It's just living this moment and understanding that this moment, you need to live in this moment and not thinking about the future, but just making plans for the future. And hopefully what you dream and, you ask for whichever being that you believe in, you will get it. But it is about mindset. It is about you believing in yourself and taking that step into your greatness.
Mary, thank you so much for sharing your story, for sharing your courage to help others during this difficult time for all of us. And we are happy to have you in our community and invite all moms who are maybe based in the UK but also overseas to contact you and to join your group to learn the tips and tricks, and also if they need to work with you individually. Thank you, Mary, so much for this interview. Wish you a great weekend, and we will see each other in our community as well.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.